Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Um, we're here to talk about the 76ers. Really impressive start to the season. One of the best teams in the league already. They're third in offense, fifth in defense, and are 6-1. Haven't lost since the first game of the season when they faced off against the Bucks. And even then, it was a close game that Damian Lillard stole at the end there. But so far this season, they're doing pretty well. Obviously, they had the James Harden distraction, and they didn't let them deter them and didn't let them distract them from their season because they're still, like I said, third in offense. They're getting to the free throw line a lot, third in free throw rate, and their defense is playing well as well, holding teams to about 51% effective field goal percentage, which is third in the league, and 11th at turnovers, and they're getting offensive rebounds as well, seventh in offensive rebound rate. So really impressive start to the season. And last night they faced off against the Celtics, who had another good start to the season as well. Obviously, their foe in the conference semifinals. Last couple of years in the playoffs, one of the teams that they've been trying to get over, kind of like that bump in the road for them. So this game was a really encouraging game, I thought, for 76ers fans and the team as well. So let's look at some of the plays that happened. And as you can see from the scoreline, it's 35 to 26. The Sixers only scored 22 points in the first quarter, and usually that's like a death nail for a team that's facing the Celtics because of how good their offense is. And they put like 125 against the Nets. They put 155 against the Pacers. They coming off the loss against the Timberwolves as well in overtime, where Anthony Edwards went off in that game as well. But they're still, obviously, that was their first loss of the season. So the 76ers gave them a second loss of the season. So I wanted to look at some of those plays from last night because the Sixers did a pretty good job on defense as well as offense. So let's take a look at some of the clips. This time in transition, you could see a lot of the times Boston was trying to push it, make the 76ers, defend, full court in space, basically. Make the defenders track back. But Paul Reed gets a good contest. Maxey forces a turnover, and they're off to the races. And Maxey, even though he didn't have a really good shooting three-point start this game, I thought he really he gave a lot of effort, and he was still doing his best to get in the paint and draw some free throws as well. He was only 3-11 from the three-point line, and he actually didn't get to the free throw line. He got to the free throw line once, but I still thought it was a pretty good game for him because he was getting in the paint as the 76ers dominated the paint points, I think by 15 or 16. But let's look at some more clips. This is just a good defensive stand by Nicholas Batum. I thought one of the underrated additions for the Sixers from the Clippers in the James Harden trade was Nicholas Batum, because he's a knockdown 3-point shooter, and he has good length as well, and he tries on defense at least. As you can see, he's giving Tatum a hard time, making him run the shot clock down, and he ends up taking a tough step back side step three that the Sixers can deal with. This time Paul Reed gets the post up on Drew Holiday. The floor is spread. You got Kelly Oubre. You got Nicholas Batum spreading the floor. You got Maxey over here, and I think Melton over here. Oubre makes a late cut, but Paul Reed by that time is already posting up Drew Holiday, and the mismatch right here. He's getting an easy dunk on Drew Holiday. But it's pretty much just ISO. They were defending Drew Holiday. They were defending Embiid with Drew Holiday as well. So Philly took advantage of that with Paul Reed as well, with their bench unit. Kind of a mixed unit with Oubre's the starter obviously, and Maxey's the starter right now. This time Tobias Harris gets in the paint. He's been playing well to the start of the season as well. He holds the defense. Nick Batum is calling for the ball. He doesn't see him right away, but he throws it to the 3-point line. And like I said, he's a knockdown shooter and a good addition to the team. And even in the last game, I think he hit 4 threes. This game he had a couple threes as well, but I think he injured his finger on a block and he hit his finger on the backboard. It had to go out, but he's still impressive. Impressive performances when he's been playing for the Sixers. This time, Maxey, even though he loses the foot race to Drew Holiday. Like I said, this was what the Celtics were doing a lot. They were just trying to push the pace, trying to kick it ahead, having players leak out. But Maxey doesn't give up on the play, and he gets a nice chase down block that Philly recovers. Then right after that, Tobias Harris, he pushes it in transition, gets the layup, but Paul Reed follows it up. He's given some good effort as well. Paul Reed, he got a nice tip dunk before that. He had a nice, like I said, the post up on Drew Holiday. So he's been playing well as well. This time, even though Tobias Harris doesn't get the shot to fall, he's still being aggressive, which everybody wants to see from Tobias Harris. And nobody will be, disproven by their point that he's a little soft in the playoffs until it actually happens. But this is exactly what you want to see. Even though Drew Holiday is a good defender, you still have, a good size advantage, 4 or 5 inches on him, and you're able to draw the foul on him. He had 6 free throws as well. This time, Oubre fights over the screen. Embiid is ready to contest in the paint. So like you see Oubre, you see Batum, they're battling with Jason Tatum, and he didn't have the best game. Tatum didn't have the best game. Just forcing Celtics make tough shots, and that's a pretty good contest by Embiid. Tatum with a one-hand runner, trying to get it over 7-foot Embiid. And then right after that, Embiid runs in transition, takes it right at Jaylen Brown, and Oubre's there to follow up for the dunk. So you just see a lot of pieces. They're fitting around Maxey and Embiid. Batum spreading the floor. Oubre doesn't give up on the play. He beats Luke Cornett down the floor and gets a tip dunk. Even this time on a Jaylen Brown post up, Tobias Harris is holding him. Batum gets beat, but Embiid's right there to recover. Even though Porzingis could probably kick it out to Horford, he doesn't expect that right away, that Embiid's going to come contest right away. And that's a good, defensive stop for the Sixers as well. So you can see they're slowly closing their way into the game and eventually taking lead. This time they swing it around. Maxey's on Porzingis. I think it's off of Tobias Harris. Post up, so get in the paint, get the defense collapsing, get some mismatches in transition. I like the pace that the Sixers are playing with this year. Maxey knocks it down. Even though he didn't have a great, shooting night, as I said, he was still able to make some key plays. This time Derek White gets in the paint. He could have kicked it out to Horford as well, probably in the corner, but Embiid makes a play on the ball. And the Celtics bench really let them down today, I think. Nice skip pass by Maxey right there. He sees Melton in the opposite corner. Hits him right in the pocket, and he's able to shoot right away. And he didn't have a good shooting performance either. He was 1 for 9, so that was the only shot that he made. But, still good shots that Philly is, creating for their team. Even this time, Maxey, he drives it in with I think it's like a pick and roll with Embiid. He doesn't take the pick. He goes in the paint instead. And look at that. Defense is collapsing. Probably has a kick out to the corner for Harris. But, Maxey is still young. He's still learning, and he still has, a lot of confidence in himself, which is good for a young player. But, that's probably a kick out to the corner that, the coaches are probably telling him the next day. Because Holiday was basically standing at the free throw line. he wasn't even worried about Tobias Harris. Yeah, he has basically 1 foot in the paint. So that's should be a kick out. But even then, they get back on defense. Tobias Harris, Robert Covington. Robert Covington gets the steal, kicks it to Melton, who hits Maxey for the fast break layup. Once again, Embiid gets the block. They're just forcing him into the help. Embiid actually kind of stands his ground a little bit. That's another probably kick to the corner, but Embiid kind of plays it that he's not helping fully. He's kind of stuck in no man's land. He's not helping fully, or he's not, in the corner stuck to Porzingis. But he kind of plays it. He kind of plays it balanced, and he's able to recover for the block. When he jumps after Jaylen Brown, but obviously he's 7 foot and he recovers with his block. Nice, defensive awareness right there. This time Tobias Harris, he's mismatched on Derek White, gets a pump fake. Joel Embiid kind of sets like a Steven Adams screen in transition, where he kind of just holds off the defender. It's a funny picture right there, but we keep it moving. Tobias Harris gets in the lane and gets an easy layup, and Derek White has to goaltend. This time a Maxey Embiid pick and roll, kind of like their bread and butter on offense. Now it's more effective, without Harden, because now you have shooters in the corners, which Harden really never wanted to do. You got Batum around the dunker spot, who can use setting a screen right here on Tobias Harris. On Jason Tatum to free up Tobias Harris. So, the help's going to be slower to the corner, but both of the Celtics kind of leave Maxey. They're not, I don't know what the communication was, if it was a switch or not. So Derek White kind of goes to Embiid, but Jrue Holiday never really, he's kind of in the drop. He never really commits to Tyrese Maxey either. And that's, even though, like I said, Maxey not having a good shooting night, Jrue Holiday doesn't commit to Maxey, and Maxey knocks down the wide open three. So you can see a bunch of stuff going on for the Sixers. A lot of role players doing their job, causing miscommunications between the defensive players. And he goes wide open three. Slowly building their lead. Everybody contributing. Maxey, Batum, Embiid, Oubre, Paul Reed. So I kind of like their depth. They got three solid players off the bench as well. Even Beverly gave them boosts in the second and third quarter as well. Here he goes. Embiid switched onto Jaylen Brown. You got Tobias Harris covering just in case Embiid, Porzingis comes down the middle. Jaylen Brown kicks it out, but Tobias Harris kind of tags the roll and jumps right back out to Tatum. Gets a good contest. Another, kind of tough shot, but, the defense is just moving for Philly. That's all you want from Nick Nurse. That's all Nick Nurse wants from the Philly 76ers is the, players moving, giving effort, rotating, doing their job basically. And obviously you're missing a certain guy that was traded to the Clippers that, didn't always make the fastest rotations. This time Embiid just isoing on Porzingis. Tatum's kind of looking at Embiid, kind of looking back at Oubre. Embiid kicks it to Oubre, and Oubre knocks down the corner three. He's shooting over 40% from three as well. So, that's been a big addition, minimum contract, basically starting small forward, giving effort on both sides of the ball. This time, Maxey gets caught on the pick, but Embiid's there to cover, gets the block. And even though that's a tough layup by Porzingis, still a good job by Oubre, contesting the shot. So you can see, Philly has a bunch of length, bunch of long athletic guys that are helping the Sixers win games and make good plays. And this is probably where the Celtics struggled the most. Like I said, points in the paint. They got outscored, I think, 56-40. Yeah, 56-40. And part of that was Embiid. Most of that was Embiid. He just gets a post up, no help coming. Embiid makes a quick move to the, rip through to the baseline, and gets a foul called on him by Porzingis. He doesn't really have any choice but to foul. But you can see the floor is spread. You got Harris over here. You got Maxey over here. So, even though Oubre threw in the post feed, you got Maxey on the weak side. So how much can, Derek White actually help? Jason Tatum kind of has to cover two guys right now. He's worried about, and somebody has to cover Tobias Harris as well. So Derek White's kind of looking over here, kind of looking at Tobias Harris as well. Tatum might be the one that's supposed to be helping, but, Embiid makes a quick move towards the baseline, and he gets a foul drawn on him. How many free throws did Embiid shoot today? Or last night? 6 free throws as well. So not crazy free throw advantage, but they were just living in the paint, getting a lot of points in the paint, like I said. Yeah, Boston actually shot more free throws. This time, Maxey makes the right play, fakes it, gets a shot fake on Derek White. Even though, like I said, he was 3 for 11 this game, Derek White's still jumping on him from, Maxey shooting basically from the, Wells Fargo logo, just because he's always a threat. Horford has to step in, and Tobias Harris gets the corner three, gets the nice shot fake and sidestep. And even though he misses the shot, it's still a good shot for the 76ers, Another good defensive stand by Kelly Oubre. He stays in front of Tatum. Everybody's connecting. Everybody's rotating. Maxey stunts on Jaylen Brown. Probably gets beat a little too easily, but, he's got Embiid right in the paint, ready to help. And that's a kind of a, scram switch or, verbal switch between Melton and Embiid as well. You can see right here. Embiid covers the drive, and Melton's guarding a Holiday. Embiid kind of loses track of Horford. He's not losing track of Horford, but he's just, he's asked to be the main rim protector. So Embiid stunts to this side. So he sees Holiday. Melton sees Holiday coming through, passes him off to Embiid, and he takes Horford. And by the time the ball switches around, they're all ready to defend. Embiid goes back out to Holiday. Ball comes to Jaylen Brown. And right when Jaylen Brown's making the move, got quick hands as well. Melton's reaching in as well. And then Embiid can come in for the block if he needs to. He doesn't get his... Jaylen Brown doesn't really get a shot off, and he's not able to make a clean pass either because of Maxey getting his hand on the ball. Embiid, blocking his sight basically to the rim. So it's a good defensive play by the 76ers as well. Another play by Batum, staying with Jason Tatum, end of shot clock. Once again, even though Pritchard gets the rebound, Embiid, nice job protecting the rim, gets a block on Tatum. This time they kind of pressure, who is that? Jaylen Brown. Pressure Jaylen Brown a little bit. Paul Reed comes up, pokes it from behind. Beverly gets a steal, throws it up to Reed, and he gets a fast break dunk. So, Nick Nurse switching it up a little bit. He can do some pressures as well. This time Maxey got the switch on Porzingis. We saw, a few plays before, Maxey hitting a 3 on Porzingis, so Porzingis steps up, but Maxey can blow right past him. Floor is spread. You got Batum on this side, Harris on this side, Melton on this side, and Paul Reed in the dunker spot area. So Maxi's able to go up for a clean layup. Probably could have got the foul call as well. I think he got hit in the back of the head. But he gets the layup on past Porzingis as well. This time Embiid's posting up Drew Holiday. So of course they're gonna send the double. They're kind of letting Drew Holiday guard Embiid, and B's, Horford or Porzingis, whoever's on the floor, be like the helper rotator, and just let Tatum, Brown, and Derek White kind of cause chaos. But you're helping one pass away on Maxey, and Maxey, is able to step into that three, get a clean look. Brown makes a good rotation, but he's still a little bit late, and Horford helped, on the first pass away, right? The easy pass that Embiid's going to look for every time. He doesn't even have any choice to do. Like, he can't even turn or dribble or anything. I guess maybe he was trying to deflect the pass, Horford, and they could have even had a, swing to this side. But Maxey's, confident, never going to turn down an open three. This time Embiid guards Jaylen Brown on the drive. Melton kind of passes him off once again to Embiid in the paint, so Melton can cover Tatum. Embiid does a nice job of just forcing him to pass. Maxey rotates, stays down, doesn't get beat. Just a regular closeout, not just, flying by. Good closeout, good contest. Embiid gets the contest as well. And it's just a tough layup that, Drew Holiday forces up. And then Embiid, Melton's running. He's able to hit Tobias on the fast break, and he calls a foul. He draws a foul as well. It's another aggressive play by, Tobias Harris in transition as well. And he could be a good third option for this team. Embiid's, going to average whatever he averages, 25 to 30. And same with Maxey. He's averaging close to 25 this season as well. So if he can just be that, third scorer around 20 points a game, the Sixers are looking, pretty dangerous. Once again, Maxey's on Derek White's on Maxey. They run this, that's their bread and butter pick and roll. This time, Horford, I don't know if he's communicating Derek White to switch or was coming over for the double, but anyways, it's a miscommunication, and Tobias Harris can step up in the three. Tatum has a decent contest, but Tobias Harris knocks it down. Like I said, confident this season, more aggressive, and that pretty much put the game out of reach. Going up by 15 points. With just under 4 minutes left. And the Celtics did make a late comeback, but, that was kind of just like, it wasn't garbage time necessarily, but it was just like 76ers making dumb plays and making, silly mistakes at the end, and probably got a little bit too casual with it. And like I said, the Celtics didn't rotate fast enough, and that was kind of the clincher of the game. And the, Celtics eventually brought it down to 106-103, but they were never able to fully close the gap. It's one more play. This time, Maxey and Covington do a pick and roll with Embiid spacing, Melton spacing, Tobias Harris spacing, and you see Nick Nurse playing with the lineups as well. You got Covington in for Oubre. Sometimes you have Batum in for Oubre. Sometimes you got Paul Reed at center. So they have a good mix of players that they can rotate in and out. This time, Maxey just engages Porzingis a little bit, just to free up Covington. I think Covington puts Porzingis on his heels. He gets in the paint, and even though he doesn't get the first layup to go, he's still able to get the second and follow up his own shot. So that's kind of the problem. Not the problem with the Celtics, but Tatum and Brown have to do a lot of defending, a lot of defensive rebounding. So that's one area that, Boston could be taking advantage of. Like in this game, Tatum had 16 rebounds or 15 rebounds, 14 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, and they still got out rebounded by 13 just because Porzingis only got 6 rebounds. Drew Holiday does his part with 5 rebounds, but Derek White only had 4 rebounds and Jaylen Brown only had 2 rebounds. So they're gonna have to put the Celtics would have to put more effort into rebounding, and just cleaning up defensive possessions where they got to stop and they need to just get the ball back basically. This time once again, and Maxey Covington pick and roll. Oh, this is the same play. But one time, they ran that pick and roll and Covington got open for a 3 as well. So, it was a pretty successful play that they were running. But, yeah, I think that's enough plays to be shown. Celtics obviously made a little run after this, a little 12-0 run or 10-0 run. Or 10-2 run, something like that, to make the game close. But, the Sixers showed that they're going to be competitive in these games, even, without no quote-unquote third star. Even though, Tobias Harris is being paid like a max player, and, Maxey's kind of like their second star now. But I think they have a good, collection of role players and just, talent around Embiid and Maxey that could make a push in the playoffs. And I think they are better playing better without James Harden. If I'm being honest, they're playing better with their role players, with their, team fully committed on defense, fully committed on rebounding, and some of these guys like to push in transition as well, especially when Embiid is out the game. So it's going to be a fun season for the Sixers. I think they can, they're always going to play hard. Maxey always goes 150 miles per hour, probably sometimes, to the detriment. But yeah, looking forward to watching the Sixers team. And they're showing that they could be, even a 1 or 2 seed, because Milwaukee has shown that they're going through some growing pains. And even the Celtics as well, just beat them. So, they're continuing to rack up wins in the regular season. I'm looking forward to how this team progresses, and if Daryl Morey actually decides if there's a move to be made for this team, because it looks pretty good right now. But we'll see in January and February. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.